Good.
All right, guys, welcome to the MMA Fight Game podcast, Meet the Athlete series. This athlete is on a massive card in a small town in New York, in Attica, New York, August 19th at the Attica Veteran Memorials Park, sponsored by Takedown Tree Service of Western New York. He's actually in a title fight, a kickboxing title fight, a rematch from a very close split decision in March against the same exact opponent, Kevin Hickson. Tristyn, thanks for joining us. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good, buddy. I appreciate you joining us. Sorry it took a little while to get this going. I was on my deathbed for a couple of weeks. Had
I
a
understand.
had a visit out to Vegas for UFC 290 and got healed up, recovered, and now we're back at it trying to get people out. So what do you know about this card August 19th?
Dan Kirkpatrick was telling me about it, but about how the towns kind of just bonded together for it, make it a big massive card. I know I was told to bring some lawn seats for your friends and family. The general admission is going to be a lot of lawn seats. So for anyone listening that's coming out with general admission, please make sure you bring a seat so you don't stand the whole time. And the main event's supposed to be a banger. I forget the guy's name, but he has 11 finishes by triangle in his pro career, something crazy like that.
So the main event is actually a professional kickboxing bout.
Yeah.
Yeah, so and he MMA over in China that he does. Rosicki is his Kyle Rosowski, I think is his name. I'm probably butchering the hell out of it. And he's fighting another former opponent as well. But this card is outside. Have you done anything different with it being outside versus being
No,
indoors in a climate controlled arena?
I run outdoors all the time, probably like 3-4 times a week. I train outdoors a lot. Obviously most of my training is in a climate controlled gym, but I do a lot of cardio outdoors, stuff like that. I fought outdoors before. Last summer I fought a fight at Kegs, and that was an eye-opening experience just to be able to fight in the heat. It was 94 degrees out that day. By the time you stepped in the cage, you were already dripping in sweat.
Okay. Yeah. And now you it seems like so you had back in March 4th, you fought Kevin Hickson, who's a very well-known striker in the area. I think he's like a silver medalist
Yep.
in the area. You lost a close split decision. I wasn't at that fight because there was another local kid fighting in Las Vegas, jonjones, that weekend, and I wasn't
Yeah.
able to make that fight. But talk to me about that fight.
So that fight really was like I've watched it back maybe 10 times or so. I've watched it back with a couple of my teammates. I watched it back with my coach. Um, just it was a close fight. I clearly won the first 3 minutes and he won the last 3 minutes of the fight. And I feel like it's as 50-50 of a fight as you're really gonna get in the amateur scene. Um, I think the big difference in the fight, he landed a right hand with like 15 seconds left in the third round. And they sell a ton of tickets. The crowd pops when they land a shot. You know, I understand how the influence works there. So it was a close fight. I don't know if I fully agree with the decision, but I understand it.
Yeah, it's one of those edges like Dana White of the UFC says, never leave it in the hands of
No, you can't.
the judges. Now, without getting into specifics, this bout August 19th at the Attica Veterans Memorial Park. Without getting into like details and specifics in the game plan, do you have a different game plan to kind of not be in that split decision opportunity again?
I just need to go do what I do every single day in the gym. I need to go out there and be myself and just be free and loose and just show why like he got the decision the first time and just make sure he knows it'll never happen again, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Now, where did you graduate high school from?
Newark High School.
Newark High School. And you live out there currently. I know we were talking offline
Yep.
a little bit and you said you lived out there. And
Yeah.
did you wrestle at Newark, or did Newark have a wrestling?
No. Newark had actually a really decent wrestling program for Section 5. There was a a handful of good wrestlers at school. And
Yeah.
I used to be just, soccer and baseball. And I used to be like, oh, yeah, they shower together. Why would I want to join that sport? And now it's just years later, and I'm like, why did I think like that? It's like I just wish I started wrestling sooner. Obviously, I'm at Synthesis now, and BJJ is great. We do wrestling classes. Arovis teaches a lot, and John Piersma, great wrestlers, great grapplers, and I love it. And I'm just like wondering why I didn't start it sooner.
Yeah, it's hard, not having that guidance. I wish I did that myself when I was younger as well, because I grew up in Webster, and they had a massive wrestling program. It's just that guidance.
Yeah,
Try to help these young kids, and going to your gym. I know you said you were at Viking MMA, but now you're at Synthesis with Casey Lamb, Jason Goldwasser, Arelvis, John Piersma, who has a massive fight at LFA September 15th against
yeah,
a opponent, which should get somebody into the UFC or another call to the UFC.
should get him a little call.
Yeah, definitely. And then you also have Nat Kaba, who is looking
Yep.
at his pro debut very shortly as well. You have Joan Nelson over there. You have Amanda. I'm trying to think of who else. You have Will Gagne. Is that how you pronounce the name? Will?
Yeah, I don't know how to say his last name. I love Will. He's just Will to me because I don't want to butcher his last name in front of him.
Yeah, hopefully Will doesn't throw like a leg kick like in his last fight to me. But you have an amazing camp over there. I've known the
Yeah.
Synthesis guys for 15 plus years when they started in a very small area, and they've grown it to a massive thing. And you guys are producing some big time athletes, legit athletes. And I'm definitely excited. Every time I see a Synthesis guy on a card, I know, or female, should I say, they're gonna bring it every time. Have you just made the switch recently to Synthesis as well, right?
Yeah, in April I made the switch. I have nothing but love for Brad Vargson. He's an amazing striking coach, and he's gotten me so far in this sport in just a short time. My first fight was a little over a year ago. It was last March. So just the fact I didn't start training till after the pandemic. I picked it up, and now I'm having split decisions with people like Hickson, who are 8-1 fighter, won a silver medal at Worlds last year.
No.
So I'm just happy to be where I'm at. I know I started a little late. I'm still young. I'm 24,
Yeah.
but I'm really happy to be where I'm at, and I'm very grateful for him. But I just wanted to be able to transition to MMA someday, and make that debut. Hopefully, end of the year, early next year, and if all goes well. If not, I'll wait a little longer. I want to make sure I'm ready. But I just wanted to be somewhere I could do jiu-jitsu and wrestle every single day.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, you've been active since June 4th of 2022, August 19th in Attica, with us here at Full Contact. This will be your sixth fight, so you've been real active. Your first win was a Muay Thai, a KO. Then you had a couple decisions. You had a stoppage loss, which no big deal in the amateurs. It's just gotta learn how to overcome that adversity. And then you had that split decision against Kevin back in March that we've hit on. So are you looking to take maybe one more kickboxing fight after August 19th, or are you looking to make that switch with all those monster MMA fighters you got over at Synthesis?
We'll see what everything plays out to be. Where it really just depends. Like when John and Casey say I'm ready to go to MMA is when I really plan to make the switch. Like I don't want to rush into it and take a fight before. In the meantime, I'll keep kickboxing. Like just I don't want to jump into MMA before I feel ready, because I'll just have the regret for that. But overall, like when I'm ready, maybe it's one kickboxing match, maybe it's two, maybe it's not any. We'll just wait and see on that. Either way, I want to keep fighting for full contact during my amateur career. I love Bubba. I love the cards that they put on. Got the best announcer in the game. So, I really enjoy it.
He may be the best announcer, but he's an okay softball player. I got him there.
Yeah, and I heard the real main event's gonna be Bubba versus Dan after the show ends. So I'm kind of looking forward to
I would love that.
that.
I would love that. As long as there's no rain, I think that fight might get canceled. If it's there's rain, which, by the way, if people are watching this, there is going to be a tent for coverage. So the event's going to be rain or shine. There's a ton of MMA fights on this card. There's a few, kickboxing bouts as well. But I think if it's a nice night out, there's going to be anywhere from 2,000 to 4,000 people out there. You guys are going to be performing in a big crowd and a big time atmosphere at the Attica Veterans Memorial Park. I can't truly wait to see you guys compete and in that opportunity for that. What are your expectations for that Saturday night, August 19th?
I mean, I want to go out there and I want to get a win. I don't care how it happens. I don't care if I dominantly win a 30-27 or 30-26, whatever it may be. I don't care if I finish them. I just want to go out there and show everyone I'm the best 25er out here. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, if people want to get tickets from you, how can they do that?
Just come see me. We got them right here. Send me a message on social media. My Instagram is tbrey3. So just send me a message. We can meet up somewhere and get the tickets. Or just if you can't meet up with me, just buy them online. I don't really care about, the small percentage that I do get of it, which I am grateful for. But overall, I just want people to come out and see what I've been training so hard for,
Yeah, absolutely. I'll also tag you in this interview and the clips that I put up on Full Contact Promotions Instagram page, my Instagram page with MMA Fight Game Podcast, mmacagechatter. So if people want to get in touch with you to get tickets to support you, you got a lot of family and friends coming out that Saturday night, August 19th?
Yeah, I believe so. Tons of teammates, a few friends. My whole family's coming out for the most part. Couple key members missing it because I have a cousin moving to college the next day. So, big life events.
Yeah. Now, do you have a girlfriend or a significant other?
Yeah, I do.
What does she think of you fighting?
I think she thinks I'm crazy a lot of the time, but it's just like she's supportive of my dreams, which is very I'm grateful for. And always there for me. Has never missed a fight, but overall probably just thinks I'm crazy.
Is she a fan of the sport?
No, only watches it when I'm performing.
Okay.
Just it's my thing, and she supports it, and she likes watching me fight. But other than that, she could care less for fighting.
Okay. What does mom and dad think of it?
My mom tells me I'm not allowed to do MMA. She says it's too violent. And my dad thinks I'm a little badass. So, I mean, it's just kind of like that mix of parenting.
So does he chill her out when you tell her that you're going to go out there and do it?
I tell her some crazy stuff. I just say the normal, I'm going to knock him out in front of his mom. And then she's like, don't say that. What if it's you? And just that whole mom thing. And my dad just laughs about it. And he's just he's joking. Just stop. He'll be fine.
Yeah. Well, if mom watches this interview, I hope she knows you're in really good hands. The one good thing about this area, there's a ton of good camps. I've known Casey and Synthesis guys for a very long time. So you're in good hands. I know you travel a very, very long way back and forth to train, which is very commendable and respected for doing that. But you are in super good hands. I started my MMA journey with those guys back in the day. So I think you're going to do well. Saturday night, August 19th, at the Attica Veterans Memorial Park in Attica, New York, is going to be an amazing night. And then, all the sponsors are going to be out there. I know the Batavia Downs is going to be out there. Some other opportunities for the athletes to compete maybe that night. Takedown Tree Service has invested a lot in this event. So the town and the community is behind you guys who are competing. So I can't wait to see it. But I truly appreciate your time tonight. I appreciate your flexibility.
Of course.
As I healed up. I can't wait to see you. I'm sure I'll be talking to you prior at weigh-ins and things like that. I'm gonna stop this, but sit tight, okay?
Yeah, no problem.